New gacha games shut down, enter pre-registration, announce release dates, open into beta testing, alpha testing. There is more to keep track of monthly than I think the majority of normal average gacha players can actively do, which is where Papa Stix comes into play. I like to keep you guys up to date with everything going on in the genre in one easy to digest format. Now, if this is your first time here, consider joining my subreddit r/Stix. That way you're made up to date with everything going on. We post a lot of updates, pre-registrations, test phases here. I also upload my reactions to these announcements live to my Stix News channel. If you have the time, subscribe to it. Now, we have a lot of games to cover, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start this off with Kaiju No.8. The game has officially opened pre-registration with the game releasing very soon. You can pre-register by navigating on over to their website. I have not heard great things about this game, but just because some people don't like it, just because it has the potential to be a cash grab, does not mean that it is going to be. Although it probably will be. Etheria Restart has officially confirmed that they are releasing on June 5th. Not only this, but they are also holding their final test phase right now. This is a game that I have been hyping up for probably well over 6 months. I played the beta test. I loved it. It's a turn-based gacha. It is beautiful, has great combat, quite a surprisingly good story. If you want to get into the beta, I mean, now's your chance. Otherwise, wait until next month when this game launches. I'll have 2 different guides, a beginner's guide and a tier list for those of you that want to go ahead and get in. For those of you that want to make sure you start the game off right. Additionally, if you have not already, then I actually have a dedicated video on this, as part of my Player Pass Brutal Honest Thoughts series, where I go over everything you need to know about it: outfits, the gacha, the game modes, the combat, the gameplay, the characters, literally every facet of the game. You should check it out. Chasing Kaleidorider has officially begun recruiting participants for a Japanese-only closed beta test. You can apply via this survey link if you want to. Otherwise, I'm assuming a global test phase is going to open up in the near future, but they are holding this very soon. You could also, if you wanted to, just use a VPN. There are numerous ways to get in if you're interested in trying to game out. This looked very interesting from the gameplay trailer that we all saw. Abyssdia is an open world RPG that opened pre-registration. I genuinely know very little about this game. I saw some images of it, and it kind of looks like a mixture between Genshin Impact and like one of the Atelier games, like Atelier Reslariana or something. Honestly, this looks like it has the potential to be a fun game. If you're looking forward to it, then you should just wait for my dedicated video on it, since I will have one on it in the very near future. But this is, I mean, you know what? You're not going to lose anything by pre-registering for a game or by participating in a beta test for it. Breakers Unlock the World revealed a brand new trailer for the game. This is the first time, I think, in months and months. And in theory, we're going to be getting a test phase of sorts in the very near future. So I urge you to keep a very close eye on this. Fellow Moon has started pre-registration for Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong. This was I think like a mainland China exclusive gacha game up until recently. If you're interested in participating in a test phase in the full release, not for global yet. Global is, I'm assuming, a work in progress. And again, pre-registration is open. You can do this very easily. I know it says global never here, but don't worry, global will come. Fingers crossed. If at the very least, it'll be when the game is about to die in Asia. But I mean, at least we'll get it. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. Musume Pretty Derby is releasing globally on June 26th. I actually did an article on this over on my website, mygachahub.com. This is it was just genuinely something we've been waiting for a very long time. This has been a Japanese exclusive racing simulation, the slice of life gacha, and I think the official announcement for global was made at some point, yeah, last year. So we've been waiting almost a year for a confirmation of a release date. We had an announcement made and then just absolute silence for almost a year. But it's launching June 26th. Pre-registration opened on April 28th, which you can see right down here. And test phases, global test phases should happen between now and June. Since the game's releasing in June 2026. Arknights Endfield, which held a beta test just a few months ago on PC and was so freaking good, man. And I have several dedicated videos on this, is recruiting for a mobile closed beta test. NDAs are going to be signed, which is interesting because the PC version of the closed beta test did not have this in place. Although given how complete PC felt and given they're rolling out the mobile test phase for China, I would wager a guess. Not only is this beta test probably happening in like the next month or so, but it's also likely that they're prepping for a full release very, very soon. It looks like 11th of May, 2025. I don't know if that's the mobile beta test or just when the pre-registration for this closes, but this is very important information either way. Puzzle and Dragons 0 was announced. It has confirmed that it will be releasing worldwide in late May. Puzzle and Dragons, oh my god, okay, that's what a hit of nostalgia. Okay, you know what? Puzzle and Dragons is still a very popular gacha game, so I don't know how it's taken them this long to make a new version or a spin-off version. ReMemento White Shadow is launching in May. I did a dedicated video on this. This is essentially an open world Honkai Star Rail, which is crazy. I really thoroughly enjoyed my time when I played it in the beta test. They really should have confirmed this in a better way than how they did, and that is through a comment on my YouTube video. But I mean, hey, you know what? We're getting it at some point in May 2025, and I couldn't be happier. NIKKE, or rather in China now, New Hope is releasing in China on the 22nd of May 2025. I know there are a lot of Chinese players out there. I know there are numerous Chinese players that actually watch this channel. So Goddess of Victory NIKKE, which has been rebranded to Goddess of Victory New Hope, is gonna be releasing and available for you to play in, albeit a slightly censored version, next month, in just a few weeks. Get the tissues ready, get the lotion ready, and some noise canceling headphones. And finally, Girls Frontline 1, not 2, 1, is going to be relaunched not only onto the platforms it was already on, but also onto Steam on May 20th in China for now. That means Girls Frontline 2, both games are going to be PC games and available via Steam. This is great news. Girls Frontline, or at the very least Girls Frontline 2, is an incredible gacha game that I absolutely love and adore. Girls Frontline 1 I never really got into, but that's just because it felt like really bloated and very difficult and complex for me, and I'm kind of an idiot, so it just right over my head. And that is every gacha game either releasing, going into pre-registration, or holding a test phase that I'm aware of, at least for the month of May 2025. Do not miss out on these games. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.